Boom! What's up, guys? We are back because the young lady who's live that I broadcasted that I briefly got on earlier, she is back. She actually responded to my first request. So I'm going to give her the opportunity to come on here and say her piece because I don't mind doing that. I don't have any issues. So, let me open this first so I can make sure everybody can come in. Because sometimes, well, all the time, the audience is set to friends only, and I would like them to be public. So give me a second. I will get these going. And I'm just going to give her the opportunity to speak. Hello again. Hello, people.
Oh, here's the comments.
Hello. Wait.
On my iPad. It's okay.
Austin is back too.
The problem is I gotta be on comment duty. And how do I change this plus? Child, no, go on her page. My best friend is here. She's off camera. She's just asking me how to get on here. I'll send you her shit. Yes. Yeah.
Or you can just if you want to see Facebook comments.
Yeah, just Facebook. Go on her Facebook page when you're done.
Yeah. Everybody join in.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't see myself and the comments at the same time because I just jumped on my phone because I was very mad because I saw that you had me on there. But I don't care that you had me on there. I just wish I would have saw what was said when it was said because I gave you that.
I mean, I can tell you.
No, they can tell me themselves. You don't have to speak for them. I'm here.
Well, no, I had my comments.
No, I know you have your comments. I know you do. I know you have your comments. But like I say, anybody else that has something to say, just like I gave you the respect of saying it to you, I wish I was giving that same respect. But it's cool. I'm here now.
Well, I pulled you up because there seems to be I don't know. It's like for me, it's a disconnect between liberals and conservatives. Now, I don't identify as Republican because I'm not Republican, but I don't think it's cool that we are ostracized from being Black. And I specifically brought that up because it's an issue. If we're talking about racism and we're talking about how Black people were singled out, and you said you're trying to act like you're not different, but you are. And it's not me acting like anything. This is really me. I feel like I'm an American. I don't really care about my skin color. The only people that made me feel like shit for being Black and darker skin were people that look just like me.
We just laugh.
Not white people.
Smile because we just talked about this. Colorism is a whole separate issue, by the way. But go ahead, continue.
I'm going to let you speak.
No. You're right. I'm not disagreeing with you. It was just funny because we literally just said that. How you earlier when we talked on Instagram and you were like, oh, I was taught not to use my color as a crutch. You just told me that the only people that made you feel some type of way for being Black are people who look like you. So if you want to use that same logic, even though I don't feel that way, I don't agree with that. I don't think that's using it as a crutch. I think that's you just saying the truth. You know what I'm saying? But if we're using that same logic, it's the same idea because you're darker hued or whatever the situation may have been at the time. You know what I'm saying? You felt like you were treated differently. Is that a crutch in my opinion? No, it's just reality. But just how easily I'm able to explain that to you and tell you like, yeah, I get that. That don't mean that I feel like you thought you were a victim because you were darker skinned. I can tell by talking to you that you never thought you were a victim. You know what I'm saying? But you just said, hey, this is how I was treated because of this. And it's the same idea. That's all we're trying to explain to you. And yeah.
How are Black people treated differently in this country?
You just told me that you were treated differently by your own people. You just said that. So why do you?
I got made fun of a lot. Yeah.
For what? No, for what?
Because I spoke proper. Because I like to hang out with every race group. I didn't just stick to Black people. Because I like to go camping and do normal shit. I was called, why you acting white? It's not me using that as a crutch because it didn't stop me in life.
White when I was like 4 4 years old. I didn't even know what that meant. I never internalized that. That didn't shape who I am today.
So why does it internalize? I don't understand. This is what I'm trying to understand.
That even started to begin with. Just the idea that sounding proper, or not just hanging out with your race, or liking to do other things that maybe the Black people you were around didn't like to do, because we live in Southern California. The Black people that we're around like to do all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's common out here, but maybe where you grew up it wasn't. But who even gave you that thought to begin with, that is automatically associated with, acting white or acting weird or
Black people?
Different? Yeah. Okay. Black people taught you that, and they were wrong for that. Their mind is fucked up for even telling you that. But what even placed that thought in their head to begin with?
They did.
No, they didn't. They might have carried it on, but that's what I'm trying to explain to you. The system embedded that in their psyche. So yes, it was passed down to them. Yes, that ideology was passed down to them. Yes. And so it came out on you, and it was wrong. Yes. But no, they didn't just sit at home and say, oh, we're prejudiced and this is how we feel. No, it's a psyche. That's why we have running jokes like, oh, Black people wouldn't do this, white people wouldn't do that. But who put that divide there to begin with? That's the point. That's all I want you to think about. I'm not saying that you're wrong for having your views. Everybody's going to have their own views regardless of political party. But all I want you to understand is that it doesn't stop here. It doesn't stop at politics. It doesn't stop at Donald Trump or Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? Both these people are assholes. We can confirm that. Sorry, I'm on my phone, so I can't see immediately what you're pinning. Sorry. She's trying to say white people made them think like that. She's a victim. Girl, white people didn't make me think like nothing. Okay? This is just... it's within our community. This is just what it is. I'm fine. I have a degree. I have a child. I'm not struggling. I pay my bills. Never had government assistance in my life. I'm good. Okay? And my story is not unique. It doesn't stand out. It's common. A lot of Black young people are just like me, educated, maintaining everything on their own, with or without marriage and assistance. This is normal. I don't know where you guys live. Okay, but this is my story is very common. Okay, so I am not a victim. I'm fine. All I want you guys to understand is that in order for me to get to this place in life, I had to do more. And that's
what did you have to do that was extra? I'm curious.
What I had to do more that was extra? Well, let me give you a real straight example. When I came into the position that I'm in right now, there was already an older white woman with no education. Okay. 0 education, high school diploma, that has already been in a position, already there, 7 years in, 7 years ahead of me. But although I did everything by the American way, I did everything by the book the way that I was supposed to. This same woman, okay, can get 7 years ahead of me. How? How does that happen? Okay, let's say that's a myth. Let's say, oh my gosh, whatever. Maybe she just got the job before you. Okay, whatever. She's now higher than me. She's moved on. She's gotten a better position than me. Why? Because she had a 7-year head start. It's not that hard to understand. I'm not, like I said, again, I'm not saying that you're wrong for having your views. I just want you to understand that what happened before that, it does matter. And it does shape how we are right now. Whether you want to be conservative or liberal or whatever you want to be, at the end of the day, Black people, we are just that. We are Black. Okay? Like, we're just that. We're not Republican or Democrat. We're Black. Neither one of them care about us, really. Like you even said before, you're not going to sit up here and tell me that Democrats have solved Black issues. I will never tell you that.
So who are you expecting to solve it? I'm curious.
And that's what I was going to bring up. So what you had said on Instagram when you asked your question was, what solves the issue? What solves the problem? That's what we all want to know, right? How we could all come together and solve this, dismantle this horrible system that has oppressed us. Well, all I can tell you right now today is that it first starts with acknowledging it. And because of you, people like you, that sets us back from even just acknowledging it. It sets us back from even just saying, you know what, you're right. That was fucked up. Let's work together to dismantle it. But you're sitting here supporting these people, the very same people. Okay, you're supporting the very same system that you're claiming to be working to dismantle. Like, it doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Can you tell me how I've supported it?
Because you're sitting here supporting a party that was never designed to support people like you.
Who said that?
Me. Or neither one of us. Like,
Where did you get that though? Like who?
Okay, so you and you know who set up here. Well, hold up. Speaking of you know who, he told me y'all was coming for me. So let's get back to that because we didn't let me talk a whole lot. So let's get back to what you had said before I got on here.
I already said that I would openly say it. I'm not afraid.
Well, let's openly say it then.
I don't feel like the conversation you were having was productive in any sorts or ways.
Okay, it wasn't productive for you. Okay. Anything else?
I don't feel like it was productive.
Okay, you don't feel like it's productive. Why? Tell me why.
You're talking about how Black people don't show up in Hollywood or movies, or we don't get awards or Grammys. When you have Tyler Perry.
I didn't say any of that. I didn't say
we watched it. I watched it though.
Or Grammys. You didn't watch the whole thing because if you watch the whole thing.
I watched like 4 minutes of it.
Okay, so then you obviously your opinion can be valid if you didn't watch the whole thing, but because you would have, if you would have known, you would have known. I never said shit about awards because I don't care about. I didn't literally never said anything about awards at all, and I even recognize that we have had previous Black renaissances in that horror genre that I was talking about. So yeah, if you only watch 4 minutes, then you can't criticize 93 minutes based off of 4. So. Continue. You said, but I can get back to your point if you feel like the conversation wasn't productive. Tell me why.
I just told you.
Because we talked about Grammys and awards, which we didn't, so that's just not true. What else?
This is supposed to be a productive conversation.
Okay, but you just told me you felt like
I'm not going to have you yell because I'm not yelling at you. I'm calmly speaking. I said exactly what I said on my show. The contents of what you were talking about, I do not feel were productive. I got on your show and I asked you a very important question about the systems.
Right?
No. Okay. You were talking about systemic racism. Matter of fact, you told me that what this ignorant ass white man said to me was empowering me by telling me that I was born into systemic racism, which I feel is complete bullshit because I was not born into any type of terrible, horrible conditions for simply being Black. The fact that he is telling me, a white man is telling me what the fuck I was born into is beyond me and it's disrespectful. So I asked you a question. Where did these systems get implemented? Because it came from a specific party.
2 things. What I said was empowering you was that you should be angry. Not that he said you were born in systemic racism. That's what I said was empowering you. So if you're going to quote me correctly. That's what I said. Okay. I didn't say him saying that you were born in systemic. I didn't say that was empowering because obviously it's not. But whether you want to admit it or not, we were, but we're not saying that makes us victims. It's just reality. It doesn't mean that it controls our life. It doesn't mean that that's how we operate. It just is what it is. So I got to keep picking up this phone to see these comments. How many Black millionaires are in sports and music and movies? Child, listen, we know. That's why they're getting some of them to support Trump because we know they're loyal to that tax bracket. So trust me, we're aware of the Black millionaires in movies and music and sports. We're not talking about them. We're talking about me. You see me, I represent the average Black person. The person
and I don't. What do I represent?
Vote for one of these motherfuckers. Okay?
What do I represent?
The average Black person too. That's why we're having an open dialogue.
So if I have never,
she's talking about whoever commented was talking about millionaires in movies and sports, whatever. Anyway,
what do you realize that white people are poor and live in just as shitty conditions as Black people do? So what's their excuse?
Yes.
What's their excuse?
There is no excuse. That's what I'm saying. You make it seem like we have an excuse. There is no excuse. I mean, you can be a victim of your circumstances, but that has nothing to do with your race. That's more about your income level. You know what I mean?
So why can't it be the same for Black people?
Well, why it is the same for Black people, but it's not.
So then, how are we born into systemic racism?
That with Black people. Y'all equate that with Black people. people. It's not just black people. You're the one who's talking about black people are victims. You tell me. You tell me why is it just black people? You're the one who says the shit.
You told me I can't help but be born into systemic racism.
No, I didn't. I said we were. I didn't say you couldn't help it. We've been helping it. We've been helping it real good. We've been helping it. We're not saying we can't help it. We've been helping it. I'm saying we were. It's just what happened. I'm not saying that you can't help it. I'm not saying you're a victim of it. I'm not saying it controls your life decisions. I'm saying whether you want to admit it or not, it happened.
So I can't help the fact that I was born into it, like I just said.
No, okay, fine. You can't have, the way you're saying it is you're making it seem like it controls you and your actions. What I'm trying to tell you is that it doesn't. It doesn't control your mindset. It doesn't mean that we're victims because it happened. It just happened. But it does have an effect on the way that the policies and the way this country is run. And that's the part that you don't seem to get. Is that
I do, because I keep asking you, where did these policies originate from? And you still have not answered my question.
Okay, what did you say earlier? You asked me, when did systemic racism start? You said it started with the New Deal. Nobody's here. It's just me. So please tell me where in your history knowledge.
Oh, wow.
What gave you that? No, for real. I want to hear it from. I want to hear what gave you that. What
history? You know, when you go back into history and we look under the FDR administration, this is Franklin Roosevelt. Black people worked. We had jobs. We had family units. When the New Deal was passed, jobs were snatched away from Black people because they did not have the education to work those jobs. The first people to go were Blacks. They were rendered unemployed. The New Deal is the welfare state. That is a system of oppression. You asked me to explain, and I'm explaining it to you.
Okay.
That is a system of oppression. Why would you take all those systems? Why would you take all those jobs from Black people? Now, if you want to go even further back into history and talk about all the racist ass white people, go ahead. But it was not a law. It was not policy. None of that shit was policy until FDR set it into motion. And that was a white liberal.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is none of the shit that we went through. So that was basically almost like what Kanye said, like voluntary in a way. None of it was policy. None of it was legal. It wasn't legal to have slaves. It wasn't legal to segregate. None of that was legal. Is that what you're saying?
No, none of that stuff was legal. They did it, but you know what America did? You know what America did? They abolished it because it was wrong.
I'm just making mental notes.
We have pieces of legislation because it was wrong. I'm not a Republican, so stop calling me that.
My bad. Y'all get mad when I call you Republicans now.
Because you're trying to group me into something that I'm not to prove a point. You can't speak for all Republicans that are Black. That's ignorance.
Okay, it's ignorance. Whatever. Black people, I'm sorry, it wasn't legal to segregate, right? It wasn't legal to have slaves, right? This was
why do you think they abolished it? You're about to answer your own question. If it was right, why did they abolish it?
What you said. Okay, so
you're not gonna. You won't be able to stomp me up, bro. I am so intelligent.
Nothing to you. I'm just recapping what you said.
Go ahead.
You said it was not legal to segregate, right?
Go ahead.
You said it's not legal to segregate. It wasn't legal to segregate, right? Right. Okay.
Can you make your point?
But when you fill in a job application and you have to put your race, that's not legal. But that's not legal, right? That's not a legal document. But they should know, right? Okay.
Do you know why they do that?
I mean, I know you don't have to answer it. It's just for population purposes. Yeah, they tell you it's just for data. I understand that. Okay, we all read applications, girl. But from what I'm getting, you know what I'm saying? You're telling me that it was never legal to discriminate against Black people in any way, right?
Oh my God.
I'm asking you, is that what you said or not?
I clearly said that and you heard me say it.
Cool. Thank you. That's all I wanted. You said that.
Can we clear something up real quick? When you denote your race on a job application, that is not for information to the population. Excuse me, I'm speaking, ma'am. That is not for the population for information. It's called something called affirmative action. I listened to your story earlier about the story about the white woman with no education that was able to have the job that's better than you. Well, what do you think affirmative action is? Affirmative action is a law that basically picks people based on their skin color other than people based on their qualifications.
You're not even listening to us.
I am listening to him. He just told me what do I think affirmative action is. Okay, I heard you. Go, continue.
But I'm going back to your earlier points about the white woman that had a better job than you with no education. Now, what do you think affirmative action is? Affirmative action is taking people based on the color of their skin and putting them into positions that they're not qualified for. Do you agree with that?
That they're not qualified for? No.
But that's what affirmative action is.
No.
I'm giving you the definition of what it is. I'm asking you whether you agree with it.
Not qualified for it. No, you added that part on your own because you didn't write the policy.
No, ma'am, that's incorrect. It's incorrect. Affirmative action 100% puts candidates based on their skin color over their qualifications. That's the point of the law.
Okay, but back to your overall point. Okay, so if we go with that logic, that first of all, I'm not qualified. That's the whole point that I was making.
No, that's not what I said.
Than her. But go ahead.
What I said is that affirmative action is in place in order to excel, helps them get above if they're not able to get the education that the white community is able to get. So are you against that then?
But do you understand that I got the education that I was supposed to get and she did not? But I still was not given the luxury of a 7-year head start. Do you get
know what's funny? As much as you play the victim card, you come from a point of privilege a lot. You say, I went to school like I should have done. So you're bashing people that didn't go to college. Why are you bashing people that didn't go?
I just said she got a better job than me. How am I bashing her?
Because of your statement. You just said that I did what I was supposed to do. I went to school. There's a whole hell of a lot of people out there that can't because they don't have the money. Not everybody has the opportunity to go to school. I don't know if you know that, but in this country, not everybody just gets a free ride or is able to get the financial aid.
Nobody I know has a free ride. Okay?
What about all these college athletes that play football and basketball? Wait a minute. What about all these?
If you want to get educated, you can get educated. That's it. It ain't about money.
What about all these college athletes, D1, D2? They go to school, right? They play sports. They get a free ride. You're telling me they don't get a full scholarship?
We ain't talking about them.
Yes, we are, because you're talking about how black people are victims in America. That's what you're talking about. I watched I was on the show earlier with Suni. I watched it. That's what you're saying. You're saying that black people are victims in America still. That's what your point is.
No, my point is not that we're victims. I want you guys, while I have you both here, I want you guys, because I got to move on, but I want you guys to understand this. I have to, because I don't do this every day. I don't do this. This is not what I do.
Clearly.
But it's not about us being victims. I want you guys, if nothing else, to try to at least dismantle this whole idea that black people operate with this victim mentality. That's very dated. It's very incorrect. And it's not the average story of the average black person. You can sit up here and look at me and Suni and see that. You know what I'm saying? We might have different perspectives on things, but neither one of us represent a struggling black person with a victim mentality. You know what I'm saying? That's not it. That's all I want you guys to, like I said, if you don't hear nothing else I'm saying, this whole idea of operating under the premise that that's how we really operate and that's how we really carry through life is that we're still oppressed by the white man and all this stuff. It's not that we still operate that way. That's not it. It's just y'all have trouble acknowledging that it happened at all, or trouble acknowledging the fact that it affects us today. So it affects
how does it affect
now?
Let me let you finish. Okay.
No,
Can you explain to me how slavery has affected you? How has slavery affected you?
Girl, slavery is the reason why me, you, and him are sitting here in America today. Okay. But anyways, I know you just got here, Mr. Sir, but I got to go.
I want to know how it affects you.
Girl, like
she won't answer the question. She won't answer the question.
Is the reason why the three out of the four people.
It's more than just slavery. It's as to why we're here
right now in America today, having this dialogue. Okay, like you said, systematic racism started in 1933. It started when we got here in the first place.
So who sold you to America? This is what they do. They run. This is what they do. And this is why I called her an idiot.
Suni, I was so looking forward to talking to her. What happened?
She wasn't gonna look. I asked her very basic ass questions.
I missed it all.
I just asked her, how does slavery affect you? You know why she got the fuck off here? Because she couldn't answer it. That's why.
I can answer it for you.
Go ahead.
Ultimately, the way I see it and where I'm living at now and how life is for me, slavery actually affected me in a positive way.
Thank you.
How about that? Because had it not been for slavery, more than likely, there would be no me. And even if it was, we would be in Africa, living like pieces of shit.
Pieces of shit.
Yeah,
That's
because they sold off the bloodline that they deemed a piece of shit anyway, right? So things would have just got worse, and that's where we would be. And so instead of Black Americans being mad about slavery, I think that we need to appreciate what our ancestors went through in order for us to get here. I mean, it's as sad as it sounds. That's just the hardcore truth.
That's what I told her when I was on her show. We don't uplift our ancestors and all the shit they did.
Right.
When we sit and say, it just affected me so bad. No, you know what you do? You get out there and you make it.
Well, even if that argument is true, that the slavery affected us in such a negative way, well, then we don't want to address the things that we are doing to ourselves right now today. Because it's easy to reflect it on what happened hundreds of years ago and use that as an excuse for how we live in today. And that's and people like her that don't want to acknowledge that is part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
she's watching.
Huh?
And she's watching.
I wish she would come back because I want to talk to her.
She's not going to, because she does not have answers for me. That is the problem.
Suni, I was surprised when and I hit her on this when she was talking about the white woman that had the better job with her, that had less education. And that's why I brought up affirmative action. And I'm one of the people that actually thinks that affirmative action is a good thing, because when you look at fire departments and police departments, those are areas where predominantly low-income neighborhoods, right? Predominantly Black Americans, they want the education. They don't have the means to get the education. And that's why I had the problem with her. She comes from this point of privilege. I went to school. I did what I was supposed to do. Well, good for her. Great for you. I'm proud of you, honestly. But what I'm trying to say is that there are millions of people that aren't able to go to school. And that's what we need to be focusing on. And that they don't think they're a victim because they're Black. They're mad because they don't have the same opportunities. And I will be the first one as a white man to sit here and tell you that's true. But again, I wanted to ask her this. And because I'm a Republican, you know this, Suni, you've come on my show before. I make this argument all the time. If we didn't have abortion in this country, the Black population would be double than what it is today. It would be about 20 to 25% of our population, which would be dramatically different for the Black population. Only one, because they would have more representatives, right? And two, because they would have more of a voice. More of a voice than I believe that they have now. And it doesn't matter that we've had a Black president. It's the fact that if you want a larger Black population, you have to get rid of abortion. And the fact is that she didn't even want to talk about that, because she can't talk about that. Just like she can't talk about your questions because she can't answer them.
Black Wall Street was bombed. And you know what? It was bombed. But the point is they had the IQ and the brain power to say, I can create wealth for myself with hard work. So let me get my ass out there and do it. But it's Black people like you that hold on to the tragic parts of our history and you fuck it up for everybody else. I cannot stand Black people like that. I don't like it, bro. You're using that shit as a crutch. Well, they bombed it. Well, did you get back out there and try to create it? No.
Yeah. It's easy to talk about all the negative things because it's an excuse, and we just typically don't want to work. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to do what we need to do to get back in position. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. And those that do, I mean, if people just pay attention to this word, it's called manifestation, right? So some lady, I forgot her name, she asked a very, very good question. She said, what if the neighborhoods was full of Uncle Toms and Coons? What if the black community was full of Uncle Toms and Coons? Now think about that for a minute, right? So that means the black community would be a lot more productive now. So what is the excuse? But what we do is we listen to these with these rappers, mainly these rappers, man, they so sickening. We listen to these rappers and people like LeBron James, and we let them convince us that we are oppressed, that life is so bad, and we cannot get on our feet. But these are the same people that's making millions and millions of dollars, you know, for doing what they're doing. And that's good for them. They deserve that, because if they worked hard for it, and people are filling up the arenas and watching them, that is a great thing for them. But don't try to make me feel like I'm oppressed and you not, you know what I'm saying, because you making all this money. I mean, how did you do that? If we were so oppressed, they had your black ass out there playing basketball for free and wouldn't pay you nothing. You know what I'm saying? You. So it's like, you know, I don't know, man, we just got to keep pushing, doing what we're doing, and help continue helping people to wake up. That's just the bottom line. We
do. And you know what? I had her on here on purpose. I felt bad. I was telling them, like, damn, I feel bad because she's not smart. She went to school for nothing because she's not smart.
Well, school messed her up. School helped mess her up.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what happened to her. School helped mess her up. You know what I'm saying? And school helped make her angry. I'm pretty sure they taught her that subconsciously to be angry. Anytime you can, you know, get somebody to be mad, you can control them. You know, you taught that in boxing. Whatever you do, don't get mad. You know what I'm saying? Because you're finna lose now. Because you're finna start swinging like crazy, doing the windmill, and you're gonna get knocked out. And that's what she's doing. She's sleeping, don't even know it.
She even like stoop is really low as to tell this guy, his name is Tipton James, is actually her friend.
What's up, Tipton? How you doing, man?
He was, you know, he's from the hood. He's from that area. And he is like, I'm from the hood. I know what it's like. So I can speak and say how we can make it out. And she told this man, you don't speak for us no more. Pretty much, you're not black.
So what that mean? What does that mean?
So you know how I feel? I feel like we should leave Negroes like you behind. You stay
Is that
on the
a Joe Biden? Is that another Joe Biden moment? If you don't vote for me, you ain't black.
She learned it from her master. That's what she went. Well, that's what happened.
Well, you know what, Sony? You know what's funny? We were talking about this earlier. About I love how she brings up Jordan Peele, right? The horror, you know, guy, but she doesn't bring up Tyler Perry. And to me, Tyler Perry, we talked about this. Tyler Perry is way more influential and has done way more for the black community, especially in Atlanta, where he's got a sprawling TV studio, right? He's put a lot of money into the city. But see, that's what makes her so educated. You don't even have to really push her on the facts. You just have to listen to her speak. And after you listen to her speak for a couple of minutes, honestly, my ears started bleeding. I'm not even lying to you. I was horrified. I was backstage listening to her speak, and it's identity politics. And when she asked, she says, why? Because identity politics sells people in this country. Why do you see Blackish, one of the top TV channels on ABC? They also have Fresh Off the Boat. That's a show about a Chinese family. Fresh off the boat. And you don't think that that's a little racy? I mean, that's because these are the types of things that sells. It's ad revenue. It's dollar signs for these media companies. And she wants to sit there and say, well, that's not true. Again, she doesn't know what she's talking about. I'm sorry.
Hey, Sony, why don't you invite Michael Woods on the show so we can talk about the positive things that LeBron do?
I'm waiting. Go ahead, Michael. LeBron hasn't done shit.
Did you send him an invite?
Let me send him one.
So, okay, Michael, so you may have a point here, right? So you saying that, you know, it's funny how everyone talks about LeBron James. They don't like his stance, but why don't you acknowledge the positive things he do? So if you all about helping, and then obviously you think we lost, because I'm the one said it, so you're talking to me. So let's be direct about that. You're talking to me, and that's fine. I mean, I like that. I like to speak directly. So if I'm lost, you love me, right? You know, you love your people. Why don't you come on here and explain to me what he did or what he's doing, and then we can have a discussion about that. I'm more than welcome. I would love it. You know, because I'm lost. You know what I'm saying? I'm zuzu'd and stuff like that. So I want you to help me, man, so I can help people.
I do know that he has he gives money to a school, right? He has LeBron James School, which the kids go to the school. That's one thing that I know off of the top of my mind. But I know where you're going with this. It's not nearly enough for the platform and for the power that he has in this country. And that is the point. And that's what I talked to Suni about on my show last week. Suni, you remember? The Democratic Party put up the most interesting people to speak on behalf of them, like Colin Kaepernick, right? That all white cops are white supremacists. We should abolish the police. Bernie Sanders also had Cardi B on to talk about issues in the United States, right? So it's and then you look at the Republican Party and who they bring up, which is, you know, veterans and police officers and, you know, people who actually have contributed to this country. I don't know necessarily what Cardi B has contributed to this country, but she sure as hell does not have the place for a forum with Bernie Sanders to talk about politics in America. And that's what the problem is these young kids on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, they look to Cardi B and say, oh, she said Trump's not my president. Well, he's not my president. It has nothing to do with the facts, has nothing to do with information. It's just because of these people with their clout, so to say.
Well, going back to the school, what I want to know, what I want to bring up is this.
You're stupid, bro.
Because he opened up a school, does that necessarily mean that that's a positive thing?
No, because it's
Absolutely
a public school education.
Right. So
they're not learning anything different than other kids learn.
So back to my point. I want him to come on here and talk to me about the positive things that LeBron James has done.
And you're even more dumb, bro, because Trump didn't go to fucking Wayne. Wayne went to Trump, just like Ice Cube. Because black people with common sense realize, damn, this is a president. I need to go talk to him to produce some type of change for my community.
Jay, let me ask you a question. So, do you love black people? Yeah, your answer is yes. So you're not on the show. You probably won't come on because you don't want to talk. So you want to talk about how he went to Lil Wayne. Are you aware of the things that Joe Biden did to the black community or at all? I mean, you probably not. T.I. wasn't. Did y'all see T.I.
He's stupid ass. I can't stand him.
T.I. dumb. He didn't know about the 94 crime bill.
Ooh, that directly affected his ass. I don't see how he don't know about that.
Because he was, he had some other stuff going on. But it didn't affect him. So anyway, this dude has done all kind of damage to the black community. He don't care. He love it. He bragged about it. And what he doing is he playing y'all like a piano. And I say y'all because he ain't playing with me. Because I do my own research, right? And I know what's going on. So he playing y'all like a piano, and y'all steady so quick to call Trump a racist and all this and that. But won't nobody, like, it's crazy, right? Because won't nobody come on here and explain why are you saying that? And we know why he said, well, Suni had the most logical answer. She beat my answer. See, I said it was the mainstream media.
You want me to show you what they're doing? You want me to show you?
Show us.
Go ahead.
Oh, tap dancing, baby. Yeah, the dude didn't want to come on and tell me about LeBron.
He said, I don't know why I can't find him. You don't think Trump is playing y'all? I don't think a president is playing us when he can offer.
No, we don't. Come tell us.
She won't. She ran. You
that's
ran,
the same girl.
And then you went to my comment section, bro. You're a clown.
That is the same girl.
Yes.
You better than me. Now you nice. You know what? I didn't know that was her.
I want people to see the what I'm fighting against, because it's ignorant Negroes like this. Seriously, bro. You're not the majority. I don't want to say they're the majority, but there's a lot of black people that think this idiotic shit, and you need to realize how stupid you are.
Michael Wood said, brother, this is a barbershop discussing to really help our people.
But LeBron is not helping us. I'm sorry to bust your bubble, man.
Oh, I think he's trying to say he don't want to come over here because dude on here. That's what I think that means. Barbershop meaning like, yeah.
I backed down. What? I backed down. Do you guys want to see what I said?
Jay, will you please come back?
No, she's not going to.
She is. Sony.
This is what I did. She said that, well, black people, she said black Republicans don't like to acknowledge slavery. You guys act like it didn't happen. So what I did was I played
to me. Shit.
I played the role. I said, you know what? My mother didn't teach me to use my skin color as a crutch. I was not raised to be a victim. Okay. My mother was on welfare. My mom was a single parent. My mom has somewhat of a resentment towards white people. It's obvious. I was taught those things, that you have to work extra harder because you're black. And that's bullshit. because I have to work 10 times harder for being conservative, just like every other conservative on the planet, black, white, Asian, whoever.
Gay.
Come on, bro. And yes, I called you stupid because you are. And that's to help you, not to hurt
Jay,
you.
come talk to me, please. Help me out because I think Sony got me thinking this stuff.
Man, we're going to lose brain cells listening to that shit.
Honestly, she wasted thousands and thousands of dollars going to school because somebody who can't sit there and not yell. She was yelling the entire time, first of all. Second of all, she likes to interrupt all the time. That's why I had to interject. Third of all, again, you just listen to what she has to say and she leaves out significant things. She was going at SUNY saying that she doesn't even know anything about the New Deal. I don't even think she can tell you when the New Deal was signed. I don't think she can tell you the time period. I don't think she can even tell you why it was signed. Exactly. She Googled it because she doesn't know. Now, that's something that you should have learned in college with a liberal arts degree or some basic general courses. But that's the thing. She says she's from Southern California. She's part of the black community. Well, why don't you go into Oakland or Southern California and actually look into what's going on in the years and years and years of destruction? And then she wants to sit there with her privilege and say, well, I did what I had to do. I went to school. She's out of touch.
Corey's nice.
Nice. I'm super nice. That's why I wanted her to come talk to me.
I'm not interested in talking to ignorant people like that.
Come and talk to me.
Go to Just Face It. Corey will be nice to you. Corey will let you talk your nonsense on his show
for about 10 minutes straight.
I'm going to ask you the questions that I know you can't answer, which is why I brought up the New Deal again. And the first time I asked her that on her show, she ran.
Yeah,
I asked you again. So you're telling me that what did she say? The Jim Crow and all those things, those were legal? Bro, if it was right to do, why the freak do we have policies and legislation to say it's wrong? Like, make that make sense. At no point was that stuff legal, which is why we have a law to say it's not. Hello.
Oh, man.
I have to get off here because she's making my blood boil. I swear to God, yo. I can't stand this shit, bro. Oh my God.
Give her a chance to come back, please.
No, I'm not giving her any more life on this show.
You so mean, man.
Shit, look, you lucky you ain't talked to Marlon because he would have told you where to go and where to shove it. And then some more.
Oh man. We gotta help her. Can we help her, Sony?
No. I'm talking like this because I don't have respect for people like you. I don't.
She won't come back.
And she doesn't even know where I went to school. How do you know I went to public school? You don't.
Oh man.
I will go hard on your show too. I was being respectful. That's what you know what? That's what you do on other people's platforms. You don't act a fool like you would on your own. Like when I go to my brother's page, my big brother, do I cut up like I do on my show?
You don't cut up. You're actually really nice.
You will not be back on this show next week. Sorry to break it to you.
Dang it, Sony. Remix. I was trying to get it. Dang, Sony. Man.
Have her on Just Face It. I'll come on Just Face It and I will be chill. So
Suni,
she can have a moment.
does she not realize, is she not reading the comments and seeing all of the people that are disagreeing with her? I mean,
I don't know.
Common sense would tell you that when you're reading many people that are saying that you're wrong and that you should, maybe you should think about what you're saying. Usually common sense is maybe I'm not right, but I don't think she's getting the picture.
Jade, I want you to come on my show. It's called Just Face It, and we can talk. Sony, stop. Stop. And we can talk real nice. And I promise you, if you need 10 minutes, I'll let you talk for 10 minutes straight. I won't even interrupt. I will.
I have class. I know not to come on your platform and act a fool because my mother raised me with integrity to act accordingly outside of my comfort zone.
So Jade, can you come? Will you answer that? Can you come on my show, please?
He said, "Okay, send your link." Oh, now you want to come on here?
Who said that?
Jade.
Oh, Jade. Oh, awesome. When you ready?
I'm gonna let you talk to her. You're gonna get real annoyed real quick. I'm telling you
not.
right now.
So you know how I get out. I'm super smooth. I'm super smooth. I ain't gonna get
You're
mad.
asking the same question 10 times.
No, she said she'd come on. She said, let me see.
What?
I just want one of you to make okay. Yeah, we're gonna make it make sense because yeah, we're gonna make it make sense. I'm gonna let you help because I'm gonna let you talk. How long do you need to talk to explain what you want to say? So and I promise you, I'm gonna just be quiet and let you talk. See, she come on my show, not yours.
Look, let's go to Corey's show.
Right.
I'm interested because I want to hear what the hell she's got to say.
Hold on, let me write it down. And Suni's gonna be nice.
I'm gonna watch. I'm not going to appear. I will watch, so she doesn't feel any type of way.
Okay. You can come in later.
Listen, I had to come back really quick because she hit me up late after the show ended, so I came back. I stand behind what I said. I meant what I said. I thought the content of the show, and I'll send you the link as well, Corey, so you can watch it. I thought it was asinine. I didn't think that they talked about anything constructive because it had nothing to do with what's actually harming our community, which is fatherlessness, education, the literacy rate, morals. And I don't think I can really think of it. I could probably go on and on and on and on. Yeah. But those are the top 3 things that are affecting our communities. And I'm sorry, but you weren't even at the mark, nor were you below it. You were underwater.
Okay. So she said she's gonna come on the show. Will you be ready in about 15 minutes? 10 minutes? How long you need? I can actually set it up now, actually.
You should, if you're gonna, like, this is what I mean. If you're gonna talk
somebody said I lost weight in my lips.
What is this? I will definitely come on, just face it, and address the LeBron issue. Also, the rappers have this mysterious power over Black people. In your opinion, it's not an opinion, it's fact.
You want when you're ready, Michael? So we can get both at one time. That'd be cool. That'd be awesome.
That's a superstar lineup.
Superstar.
Oh God, hell no, y'all gonna let me go. I have a life and things to do. And then why are you still here commenting?
She don't want to do it right now.
I don't know.
You know what's sad, Suni, is when the white man preaches more than right. I brought up many examples, right? Because I'm very educated and I know what's going on, right? And that's the thing is you're right. You just said she can't sit there and say what's actually plaguing the Black community. Let's talk about what you said. Fatherless absence, education, low-income neighborhoods, right? And she's from one of those neighborhoods, and she says she's from Southern California. So how do you not have anything to say about the area that you grew up in? I would love for her to just answer that real quick. You said you're from Southern California. You have any comment on Oakland, in the inner city neighborhoods that have been struggling for years and years and years, mind you, under Democratic control, right?
Thank you. But she doesn't think politics or parties play a role in any of that.
Oh, of course not. Right?
But see, on that, let me defend her on that real fast. I understand why she think that way. I don't agree with it. Again, I want to state that just because I understand something don't mean I agree with it. I understand that she think that because I used to think the same way. Mm-hmm. It was easy. It was convenient. You know what I'm saying? But now that I know more, when the more I study, the more I read, the more I pay closer attention, the more I'm conscious of what's going on around me, I do understand that politics do play a role in that, especially your local politics. You know what I'm saying? But
Facts.
I see this is why I say I can talk to people because I've been on both sides of the fence in both worlds. So I can relate to the youngster in the crack house selling rocks. I can relate to the other side of the fence. I can relate on politics where a person felt like, hey, politics is nothing. It don't make a difference to now it makes all the difference in the world.
I understand that.
Yeah,
I was there too. But
yeah.
at some point, where we can't, I just don't believe in coddling. I think you just need to get a firm kick out the bed and say, wake the fuck up and do something.
For some people it takes that. You know what I'm saying? That's why we got different kinds of people for different things. And that's why it's good that you are the way you are. It's good that I am the way I am, because different people need to be touched different ways in order to wake up. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? So, and some people just don't want to wake up. You know, they sleepwalking.
Good luck with that one.
Oh, okay. Well, she said she don't have time. And then now Michael, now all of a sudden, he got to wait till next week. I guess he got to go do some research. Mike, you ran, man. I just give you the benefit of the doubt.
Trump 2020. Look, get out and vote. Get out and vote.
What's your prediction, real quick? Mine's on my page, right? I'm calling it 367-171. I think it's a landslide. I think he takes Minnesota and Oregon. Just going with the fact, if you look at Portland and Minneapolis, you've got a lot of people in the suburbs saying no way. And if you look at the other poll numbers that are coming out, he's up in Arizona, right? He's up in Nevada. New Mexico's close. And so, I mean, I think as much as the mainstream media has been saying Joe Biden's up by double digits, it's a lie because his own campaign said so. So, I mean, that's my take. What do you think? I'm calling a Trump 2020 landslide.
Oh, go ahead, Sony. Your turn.
I want to call a landslide. I do. But we all know what the Dems are capable of. And they're going to cheat when it comes to the mail part. Now, Trump's going to win. But I do think it'll be close. I do. That's just me. I don't think it'll be a landslide. I think he's going to win by a significant amount. But I think it's going to be close.
You know I'm all over the place, right? So one day I know you're gonna laugh. All right, look, man. I know you don't know me, but listen, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm all over the place with that, right? So one day I'm feeling like, damn, man, we're in trouble. The next day, ain't no way, man. Trump gonna win easy. Then it's like, oh no, he gonna win on. Listen. So here's where I'm at today. All right, and I got a right to change my mind, don't I? I think I view it like this. This is how I see it. I see it like a basketball game. And I know that my team is better, but we're going to somebody else's city and they gym. And I know that we're going to get cheated. But we so good that we can beat the referee and the team. I think that Trump is going to win and it's going to be easy. And we all going to be sitting there at the end of it like this with our eyes bigger than golf balls because we ain't going to believe how easy he won. That's what I'm saying today. Now, when you ask me again tomorrow, okay? And we'll talk about it again tomorrow. I might.
He'll be like, man, Marlon, what? A lot of people do that to me. They're in my inbox. I'm scared. Like, bro, just chill. It's gonna be all right.
I think I choose not to be scared right now. We're going to the game, and we, I'm telling my team, listen, they're gonna cheat, so we got to work this out. We got to keep the ball moving. We got to press, and we got to beat the referees too, because that's what he's been doing the whole time. He's been beating the referees. Yeah. He's been battling the referee, so he used to this. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm starting to wonder, man, what is wrong with the Democrats? It's like they listen. Okay, see now I'm finna backslide now. I'm finna start walking backwards. Do you feel like this is like they got something else that they ain't came out with yet? Don't that seem kind of weird? That it's like, is this all you got? Do you understand what I'm saying? It just seemed like they got something up their sleeve, and I'm not talking about these mail-in ballots. It's something else up their sleeve, man. I can't believe they that dumb. That I'm not believing
that.
The
comment by Nancy Pelosi the other day, and I don't know if you guys saw this, but the comment that Joe Biden will be inaugurated one way or another. I mean, she made that statement, and that basically leads me to believe that. I mean, I honestly am one that doesn't believe we'll know the results on election night. I happen to believe with the Supreme Court upheld North Carolina's absentee ballots until November 9th. So and Facebook and Twitter certainly are not going to allow us to say one guy won over the other. Mm-hmm. I think that's going to create some problems too, because I mean, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I don't remember another election in recent years, maybe 40, 50 years where we didn't know the winner on election night. Has that ever happened before?
It happened with what's his name? Al Gore and Bush.
Right, with Bush and Gore, right. Other than that, because that went to the Supreme Court, right? Mm-hmm. Other than that, have we ever had a time where we didn't know the results of the election on election night?
Nope.
So I think that it's dangerous, and I think if we're already adding, 80 million unsolicited ballots into this, Corey's right. You know, there's going to be questions about this, right? One day you're feeling good about it, the other day you're not. What my problem is the mainstream media polls. When they sit there and say Trump's down by 8-9 points, and you know that that's a lie, to me that's that's election interference. You know, they're trying to skew the opinions of the American people to get them to get demoralized, for Trump and conservatives to feel like there's no hope. You know, and that's wrong. Just like I think it's wrong, we should know the results on election night, and if not, the next day. But this country can't go 2 weeks. I'm telling you this right now, because the National Guard is mobilizing. They're mobilized in my local city. I saw it the other day. And again, what do you guys think? I'm just wondering, do you think that's a problem? That's going to be an issue?
You know what? I'm gonna tell you the truth. I didn't think about that till you just said that. Yeah, they're not gonna wait 2 weeks. It's gonna go down, and then it ain't gonna be no it ain't gonna be no deciding. They need to come with that, but within a day or two. That's it.
Yep.
I didn't think about that, man. You make a good point. You make a good point.
We'll have to see. I'm excited. I think, are we doing an election night stream, Corey? Are we doing
have to. Oh, we have to.
Oh, please invite me on, please.
Absolutely, we have to do it.
All right.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's. How about we do this, Sony Source? Let me see. 2, 4, 6. Let's all of us bring 2 people, and we just have a whole 10 people on there. Not you got to be 9. Let's do that. Let's do that.
Jesse Lee.
Let's do that.
Well, we'll be back on election night, guys. Actually, we'll be back in the morning. Me and Corey and Marlon will. But we're gonna have a fun election night. I have confidence in my country and the voters. They're not stupid. I do think Dems are going to pull something, but overall, I think Trump's going to have his 4 years. And after these 4 years, after 2 years, we're going to have a prosperous 2 years, like Marlon said. And the last 2 of his term, it's over.
Wow. Oh, hold on. I need 5 more minutes, please. Why? Why?
Because there's no one, and I don't care what anybody says, there is not going to be another Trump. There's not going to be another, he's not a politician, another president that is in no one's back pocket. And I'm just thinking in reality and how things work. It's not going to happen.
Can I tell you something? The Trump family became the new Bush family.
Yeah.
The Trump family just became the Bushes in the sense that they're more revered. They're more loved. Honestly, if you really look at it, I honestly feel that way.
No, that's 100% truth. But there will be, okay. So let me argue with Sony real quick. We don't need another Trump. It's been done. He set the tone already. But please do not underestimate Pence.
Yeah, Corey keeps talking to me about
I'm telling you, Pence is the next president. I'm telling you. And Pence is a bulldog. And y'all don't know it.
Can I give you my 2024 prediction? You're going to think I'm crazy. I talked to Suni about this last week when she was on the show. I think we did, Suni. I predict that the keys get given to the next generation. I'm calling it AOC, Candace Owens. Both turned 35 before Election Day in 2024, right? They both turned 35 in October. I'm telling you, the way that the Democratic Party is going, they're going more left. And I really think, I'd vote for Candace Owens for president. Hands down. You put anybody up on that stage, I'll vote for her hands down. What do you think? Do you think that's crazy?
Yeah.
I'm a policy.
I think that's crazy. I think that's crazy on multiple levels.
Why? Why is it so crazy though?
Okay, because one is Candace is, as much as I love Candace, and she I was finna say something. Hold on. I'd be catching myself. See, I would, if I'd have had my soup, I wouldn't have been able to catch that, but I caught that, right? As much as I love Candace, I don't think she's fit to be president. She's not mentally strong enough. She can't do it. She can't do it. She cannot do it.
Said what I think.
Now let me ask you this. Now I'm gonna tell you what she can do. She'd be great at this. She will be a phenomenal advisor Okay, I would hire her when I become president, because I'm gonna be president probably about 10, 15 more years, 10, 15 more years. I'll be the president. So when I become the president, I'm gonna hire Candace, and she's gonna be a great advisor. Because I'm gonna be a little old like Joe Biden, and I'm not gonna know everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be forgetting stuff, so I'm gonna need her to help me out, right? And she's gonna be excellent at that. But I wouldn't want her to be president. No, I would not. I mean, if she was running against somebody like Joe, I would vote for her, obviously, but typically, nah, I wouldn't go with Candace.
Now I love Candace.
I do
love
too.
Candace. But
I do too.
um,
A little suspect on one thing, and we talked about that.
I would not vote for Candace just because I want to know what your policies are over your personality. And I think Candace is this like a bulldog, bro. She just goes at you. And
Candace
if we're
cold
talking
with it.
about foreign policy, foreign relations, you don't have to appease to them, but you got to be able to talk a certain way. And I think Trump gets away with it because he's a man. That's why. But a woman talking like that,
No, not gonna happen.
A lot of people.
Could you imagine her in the room with Putin? Oh, you thinking now? What?
Well, I mean, my point is that my point of it is for one, I really do feel like 2024 is the year of the female president.
Yes, it's going to be Ivanka.
That's what I'm going off of, honestly. I really feel like the race is going to be two women. I really do feel that way. I feel like the Democrats put up a woman after this humiliating loss this year, which we know is going to happen. And again, when you look at the Republican Party, and I look towards if I'm going to put up a woman, right? Because if I'm the Republicans, I'm putting up a woman against another woman. And if I have to pick a woman who's strong, who I know, and Candace, right, we don't know all of her policy decisions she would make, but we know where she stands on certain issues. And you know what? I think that she will be more successful as president than vice president because it's given her the power to bring the country together and forward. And one of these days, I'm telling you this, one of these days, millennials are going to get the key. Whether it's 2024 or 28, because these old Democrats are dying. They're going to be dying soon. They're going into their 80s. So 2024 to me is the great time. Or whether it's Josh Hawley. He's another one of my top picks I think is going to run. He's a young guy, the senator from Missouri. But again, 2024, my take is what first woman president. That's my take.
I'm telling you, it's going to be
Let me ask you a question. Why are y'all sleeping on Pence? What's going on?
It's not about sleeping on Pence. It's about knowing the direction of the country. And I'm sorry, but the younger generation is getting tired of old white people running the country.
Yes.
And you guys are, I'm sorry, y'all are getting up there. Y'all gonna be phasing out.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hello? Who's she talking?
I think she was talking to you because she sure as hell ain't talking to me.
Who's she talking to like that?
White man yet.
Come on,
Who is she talking to? Her? Who's she talking to? Like
why do you think we're sexist? Damn. How can a woman be sexist? I don't understand that.
Hold on, man. So listen.
Because you Pence. People are not going to vote for Pence.
You what? Did you forget that ass whooping he gave? Come on.
He's a great VP. I will not take that from him, but I'm talking about the direction of the country and how young people are speaking up.
So we know how that is. So just in case YouTube crash, just in case Facebook crash, I need you to download this video and get it on a whole nother drive, whatever they call them things, a USB, a PTP, or whatever it's called. Zip it on there. And we're gonna play this back in 2024. And I'm hold on, but I ain't done. I got one more thing. and when you play it back, people not even gonna realize it's me, right? Because I'm gonna be like swole, poof, 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 right? And I'm gonna look about 10 years younger, and I'm gonna be right here saying this right here today. Watch, Pence will be the next president, 2024. Ching. And then y'all gonna be like, that dude was on it a long time ago. That's what you're gonna say. Bam.
If Democrats do that, I think everybody will lose hope in Democrats. If that's the ticket, Cardi versus Candace.
That's a joke.
Sunni, you
Hey,
sleepy.
you know what, Sunni though? Corey and Sunni, this is what I'm talking about. Is if that wasn't a joke comment, there's some people in this country that are saying Cardi B for president if people didn't know. And think about that. Just think about that.
People saying
Cardi
that.
B for president.
See, Nicole's on me. She's with me. Ivanka is going to run. That is what Trump has groomed her for. I am telling you.
Trump did not. He did not and will not condone that. Now, you know, she grown. She can do what she want to do, but Trump ain't grooming her for that. Oh no!
I don't understand.
Listen, it's multiple reasons why. I'll give you a couple quick reasons why Trump is not grooming her for that. One, Trump love his kids. He love them. I'm talking about right? He don't want his daughter going through that. That's just the small problem that we got with him putting her up there. Secondly, Trump is an alpha dog. He is an alpha dog. And he believe in men being in charge.
How do you know that?
Because he's alpha, and all alphas do this. It'd be like me watching a dog bark, and you say, "How do you know he bite? That dog bite? He bite." I mean, listen. When you got Trump's morals lined up with he has Christian morals, and it all line up, and the evidence is right there in everything you do, right? And when you have that moral and it's lined up like that, you understand the order of God. It's clear. And he does not condone putting his daughter in that position. The only reason, just watch, you'll see. Now she's going to work. She's going to always be relevant in the White House, but she's not going to run for president. She's not going to run for president with his approval. Let's put it that way.
Do you see Don Jr. more of a chance
absolutely.
than Ivanka? Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's my take.
1,000 times more.
I personally think he should run for mayor in New York.
I don't. I think he should wait it out. I think that he should run as vice president with Pence, and then he get his time, and then here come Donald Jr. Boom. Y'all gonna be like, man, you so smart. You so smart.
Do you think that Pence isn't damaged though from when he was governor of Indiana?
Hell no. They love him. Indiana love him. I'm from Indiana.
Oh no, I understand people from Indiana love him, but if you look at Trump, right, you accept Trump because he's Donald Trump, the businessman, right, the apprentice guy. If you look at Mike Pence, there's a couple of decisions that he made, right, and I'm an openly gay conservative. I agree with everybody's viewpoints, but he put himself in certain positions where he allowed himself to get hit bad, and I just feel like for him, like Sunni said, he's an older white man, and I know that the Democrats are going to put up they're not going to put up a white candidate. I'm sorry. There is no possible way in 2024 that a white candidate in the Democratic Party moves on to the general. There's no way. And if it happens, I swear I owe somebody money. I just possibly can't see the Democrats putting up another Joe Biden or Hillary Clinton.
No, they're not doing that. No, that'd be ridiculous.
Twice it hasn't worked.
It's just following our country, unfortunately, follows trends. And you got to watch the trends. The trend is starting to pick up now. Pence is not going to run.
Here's why. Listen. This is why. Listen. So you had Obama, right? And Obama had so much class. Not he was a piece of shit. But we have to all admit that class, A1 phenomenal, 10 out of 10 points. Always talking good, always move good with good charisma, good character, right? And he was what they call presidential. So we always want something different. So then we come up with Trump, right? Now Trump what is Trump? Let's say, I don't want to call him a bad name because that's my guy. That's my cousin. Y'all gonna be talking about my cousin. Trump an asshole, right? Okay. So now you have Mike Pence, back to the Barack Obama style, but the white guy with white hair, good looking, standing up straight. Boom. He's an older guy, but he give that look of authority. He give that look of power. When you see him, you think of power and you think of authority, and that's what he brings to the table. And he's laid back, he's calm, but he a bulldog at the same time. I'm calling Pence 2024. We'll see. Let's just wait it out and see. Candace, no.
My dad's pissed. This is funny. I'm going to show you guys.
What'd he say?
So that's me at a Trump rally, right? I'm on TV again for some reason. And he just sent me a message. Is this you at a Trump rally?
When was when was this?
This is back in March.
Oh, okay.
My dad's he does not like the fact that I like Trump. And my dad is quote unquote the alpha male, but he don't dictate my thoughts and what the hell I do.
Right. Well, you grown. But yeah, that's what I think. But I mean, I stand to be corrected. So, but play this video back.
We will.
Yeah. Oh, you're muted.
Why did that happen? Corey is gonna have to walk back his statement about Pence. I'm just saying.
Before we go, guys, can I ask you what you think about Kim Klacik down in Baltimore? Do you think she wins her House race on Tuesday?
Yep.
Yeah.
I do too.
She win. What was your other question about it? I think
that's a win for Baltimore. I think that's the best thing that's probably happened to Baltimore in 55 years.
Well, anything is a win for Baltimore.
That's unfortunate, but it's sad. Yeah, I mean, it's the truth.
It's the truth. Yeah, and I don't know much about Kim Klacik and her policies, but I think that anything different is a win for Baltimore.
I think it's just a great example to show to the country that a young conservative voice, right? I hate putting color into things because to me, you know what I mean? I
don't hate it, man. It's real.
It is. I try to leave it off of my show when I do my shows, but she's raw. She's talented. She's raw. She's authentic. She's what the people they're wanting for. They want something real, somebody they can talk to, somebody they can identify with. And I just think it shows the next generation that anything is possible, right? We had a first Black president, but her grassroots campaign, how she's attacking the system. I'm so proud to see that. It makes me proud to be an American when I see people like her fighting every day, to make America better.
I'm going to hold my comment because we'll be talking a little bit longer and soon be ready to go.
No, I have to go because I have to get to my kids. But thank you guys for tuning in again. Thanks. I wanted you to see how idiotic Jade was.
Jade ran on me too. Well, that's okay. And Mike too. Now Mike, someone make an appointment next week. Go ahead on. Howard.
Thank you guys for tuning in. You guys go to sleep. I know it's late in the US. And I'm going to get my day started. Thank you, Austin, for coming on. I'll come on your show whenever I'm not busy. Just give me a heads up. And you will see me and Corey tomorrow.
Fantastic.
It's on. Pace.
Whose page are we on before I go? Because I couldn't remember.
I forgot we was arguing. I think it was Merlin's.
Okay.
All right.